Move out. Not because your parents need you to, but because you need to. You need to test your own strength in open water. That's where you'll discover what you're really capable of.
Rain with the hollow of then our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let her resound loud as a rolling sea. Sing a song full of the hope that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising star on a new day begun. Let us march on to victory as one. Let us march on to victory as one.
Good morning, Bayview High graduates, staff, parents, family, and anyone who chose to spend the past few hours here with us to celebrate the ever-talented class of 2025. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Sept, and I have had the absolute honor of being this year's Student Council President alongside my amazing friend and partner in chaos, Sophie Derrick. I'll try my best to not take up too much of your time, but I would of course like to share a few words. Today isn't just the end of a chapter. It's the weird middle part, the part where we're figuring things out, making wrong turns, and slowly becoming who we're meant to be. Is it scary? Absolutely, but it's also exciting. Over the past 3 years, I have taken exactly 10,189 photos. Not just of assemblies and events, but of inside jokes scribbled on whiteboards, of sunsets from the front of the building, of council meeting agendas, bad parking jobs in the student parking lot, and people who make this place feel more than just a school. And while I won't specifically carry Sue the Shark or my lovely hot dog costume into the future, I will carry the pieces and the snapshots, and I hope you will too. Because the thing about high school is that you can't pack it up in a box, but you can certainly take it with you. In the memories, the friendships, the part of ourselves we built here, slowly and messily and beautifully. Wherever we go next, I hope we remember what it felt like to belong somewhere, and that we carry a little bit of baby with us always. High school doesn't always give you easy wins. Council has certainly taught me that, if nothing else. Sometimes it gives you long nights, unspoken pressure, awkward silences, the stress of overworking yourself, or the ache of growing up too fast. And yet, despite all of that, we've made it here. We've gotten through it all with kindness, strength, and a kind of quiet courage that isn't always recognized. To the ones who showed up every day, even when it felt like they didn't belong, to those who kept going after heartbreak, burnout, and loss. To the ones who let their actions speak louder than their words, who made quiet change, and who lifted up others without being asked, this moment is yours. What we carry from this place isn't just grades or transcripts or the memory of spirit weeks. We carry the people who saw us for who we really were. We carry late-night conversations that saved us. We carry the lessons we learned in quiet moments of friendship, resilience, and what it means to show up for one another. We carry community. Life beyond the walls of the classroom will not always be kind. There will be moments when the weight on your shoulders feels heavier than anything you have ever carried. But remember this, you have already conquered so much, you will do it time and time again, because that is who you all are. So let us be not afraid to love, because love is what makes life truly meaningful. Let us be not afraid to dream, because dreams are what shape the world. Let us not forget where we came from, the lessons we've learned, and the people who stood beside us through it all. These are the things that will anchor us whenever life feels uncertain. To my council members, past, present, and future, thank you for showing up, for the long hours spent planning and running around behind the scenes, for the unnoticed moments, for the broken popcorn machines, the disorganization we've managed, and the laughter we've shared in every single meeting. Each of you have helped make these past 3 years incredibly meaningful, not just for me, but for everybody in this room. Thank you for all being the greatest council a president could ever ask for, and keep doing the great things I know you'll do. To the class of 2025, this is not goodbye. This is just the beginning of something extraordinary. Go forward with your head high, keep your heart open, keep your spirit unshaken, live fiercely, dream wildly, and don't forget to text when life gets interesting. We made it. Let's go show the world who we are. Walalia, thank you, merci.
Good morning, Bayview community. My name is Sophie Terabay, and I have been beyond proud to serve as your student council president alongside Incredible B. Smith. I know you'll all be happy to hear that I am the last person today giving a staff speech about future and growth. So you guys are almost free, but not yet, so please listen up for just a couple more minutes. The Lunar New Year calendar defines 2025 as the year of the snake. But if you were to ask me, I'd like to call it the year of the shark. This year, Bayview's pride and spirit has been fulfilling like I have never seen before. From football championships to mascot showdown victories, to the everyday wins, the ones you may not remember, but the ones that have meant just as much. We have all had so many moments of victory this year, some loud, others quiet, but all of them meaningful in their own ways. We have all seen Bayview through a different lens. Personally, my memories are full of student council, but that's just one perspective over the years. Some of us found our passion, others found our people, and some are still figuring it all out, which is all okay too. When you look back on these years, I promise it won't be your grades you think of. It'll be the small things. The little shared interests amongst friends, the inside jokes that made absolutely no sense to anyone else, the moments you laughed until your stomach hurt, and you'll especially remember your firsts. The first friend you made in high school, first heartbreak, first time driving, and maybe even the last time you did something without realizing it was the last time. Last time you hung out with your friends in the mezz, last time hearing the morning announcements. You guys are welcome, by the way. And the last time you might see some of the people in this room. Life is full of uncertainties in that way, so from now on, take in every moment. Let yourself be emotional over little things. One of my favorite video games, Life is Strange, has the quote, "I wish we could stay in this moment forever, but then it wouldn't be a moment," which I think encompasses this day beautifully. As many of you are nervous for what the future holds, I want you to always remember the path ahead and how you will shape it. I have so many different people to thank and appreciate for getting me to this point, so if I start crying, please just pretend it's one of my many allergies at work here. I would like to give a special dedication to my mom, as she is and always has been my best friend. But she isn't here today, and in fact, she has no idea I'm doing this at all. I'm here today following her footsteps, as she was also student council president during her senior year, and she has been my main inspiration and motivation throughout my whole journey. As me and my sister's graduation photos are currently hung above her urn, it's hard not to feel the symbolism in that, how she is always watching during our most important moments. I know how proud she would have been of all of you, not just me and my close friends, but everyone in this room, as that was just the kind of person she was. I would like to thank all of my teachers for always being there during my worst times and reminding me that my assignments aren't really my whole life. and my whole family for their resilience and guidance. And a big special thank you to all of my friends, who I've grown to consider more like my family at this point. As you all continue on your journey, I would like you to think about those people in your life, the ones who know when you need advice, and the ones who know when you just need someone to sit beside you in silence. Keep those people close, as they are your anchor when the waters get rough, and trust me, they're gonna get rough. It's about having those people around to lift you back up and remind you of how deserving you are for everything you strive for, that are the ones to remember. Moving on from this point does not mean leaving it behind. It's carrying the lessons and love forward into your future. We will all end up in different spots along the way, but one thing we will all have in common is the experience of being a shark. I'm so proud of all of you, and I would like to leave you all with the familiar words spoken to me every day by my mentor, role model, and the teacher I would like to thank the most for getting me through the past 3 years, Miss Atwater. Everyone, go out there, be safe, and make your choices. And thank you.
Each year at grad, I get to deliver my parting words of advice to our graduating class. I plan on speaking about the anatomy of a shark and how it metaphorically connects to life lessons. Then I proofread Mr. K's speech, and he had done something like that, so I realized, in your words, that I was cooked. So if I can't use the shark metaphor, I will give you parting advice from my other love in life. Star Wars. But if I'm going to give you a Star Wars metaphor, I'm going to go all in. Standing in front of 2,000 people dressed as a Jedi Master, another checklist on my bucket list. When I was in grade 4, my teacher, Miss McAllister, allowed her favorite students to pick words each week for weekly spelling tests. After all the students got to pick, and I was last, I selected the word Jedi. That's how much I loved it then. I loved Jedi. I selected the word Jedi. For those of you who don't know, in the Star Wars universe, a Jedi is a protagonist, mystical warrior who lives a life of selfishness and devotion to the light side of the Force. They focus on calmness and peace to channel their powers to serve in the capacity of guardians of peace and justice in the galaxy. For the record, the opposite of the Jedi is a Sith. That's right. A Sith is devoted to the dark side of the Force. They practice hate, deception, greed, and use their aggressive feelings to amass power at all costs. My advice as you all move on is to live life as a Jedi and not a Sith. With that in mind, here is advice from my favorite Jedi Master, Obi-Wan Kenobi. In my opinion, these are his most profound lines that are just as relevant in this region of space as they are in a galaxy far, far away. First one, in my experience, there's no such thing as luck. Obi-Wan reminds us that it's not luck when you put in the hard work. If you work hard, you will always be lucky. Number two, the truth is often what we make it. Obi-Wan reminds us that truths we cling to depend greatly on our own point of view. Continue to develop your critical thinking skills. They are paramount in the decisions we make in life. Pretty deep. Number three, only a Sith deals in absolutes. With this quote, Obi-Wan reminds us that the choices we make don't need to be black and white, and that it's important to always keep our minds open for new solutions. Be open-minded. Number four, this one I actually have on my desk at school. Who is the more foolish, the fool or the fool who follows him? This is a good question by Obi-Wan, and it reminds us to always take responsibility for our own actions, even when someone else takes the lead. Take personal responsibility for everything you do. Know your truth. And this last, right before he slices off Anakin's arms and legs, I have the high ground. This is actually a metaphor. Obi-Wan didn't just literally have the high ground, he also had the moral high ground, which meant he couldn't be defeated. Always stand tall on your moral mountain. So how do you use this advice as you move on in life? Well, first, avoid being a Sith. How do you do that? Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of what is next once you walk out through the door. As Yoda once said, fear is the path of the dark side. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering. Instead, you go be a Jedi. As you walk out those doors today, take with you the skills of hard work, exceptional critical thinking skills, open-mindedness, personal accountability, and the awareness to always stay on your moral high ground. Those are the things that lead us down the path towards the light side of the Force. Class of 2025, be the Jedis we all know you can be. Always choose the light side of the Force. Class of 2025, may the Force be with you, always.